I first want to start off this video by saying any man of any financial status is capable of treating you like shit. This is something that I have personally experienced and know to be true. With that being said, I especially would never again date someone who is broke because of the story I'm about to share with you. And also, the stories I'm about to share with you are the reasons why you should never date while you are broke. I dated this guy who, don't judge me, we all live and we all learn. He was living with his parents and he was well beyond like college age and all that, so there was really no excuse. But he was living with his parents and he was on limited means and he took me out to eat. We went to IHOP. So we're sitting there eating, and every time that I don't immediately shove some food in my mouth, he starts to get like irrationally angry and starts to panic, and he's like, "You're not going to eat all your food? Don't waste it. You're not going to eat all of it. That costed a lot." The omelet was huge. So I finally told him I cannot fit any more food in my mouth. I'm going to have to take the rest of it home. You would have thought that I smacked that man in his face. He was personally offended. For most people, leftovers at a restaurant is normal. It's pretty standard. You get a to-go plate, you take it home, you eat it later or whatever. He was so cheap. Money was such a problem for him. He made me feel like dog poop because I wanted to bring half of that omelet home. There was another guy. I have a long history of dating loser ass men. I should write a book, 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, except I didn't marry all of them. Anyway, there was this one guy. He wasn't necessarily broke. He was just cheap, and he wanted me to come to his house after I got off work because he had to get up at 5 a.m. the next morning to go to work, and it would have made more sense for him to leave from his house than it would have made sense to drive all the way across town and then have to drive all the way back across town. He would have had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Anyway, so I'm telling him I don't have gas money to drive all the way over there. Like, I had perfectly timed my gas to make it until the next payday. So he's like, "Oh no, that's okay. Just come over. I got you. I got you." So I drive my dumb ass over there. The next morning, I'm like, "So am I following you to the gas station? Are you gonna cash at me? Like, what are we doing?" This man looks at me and goes, "You don't have your own money to get gas money?" He had an attitude and told me to follow him to the gas station, where he begrudgingly put $5 in my gas tank. $5. And I had to drive like, I think it was 35 minutes to get home. So basically that $5, I don't think it would have lasted that whole trip. There are 2 morals to this story. 1, this is why you don't date when you are broke. Because you never want to be in a situation where the only money that you have is somebody else's. And when you date while you are broke, you will make decisions out of desperation. And I so desperately wanted somebody to take some of the financial pressure off of me because I was struggling at that time. Number 2, any man of any financial status can treat you like shit. I personally experienced this. But it's especially worse with a man who has low self-esteem, with a man who has a very limited budget, and they are quite literally penny pinching every penny, barely can rub 2 nickels together. Now, I wasn't married to either one of these guys, but the top 3 reasons that marriages end in divorce are communication breakdown, infidelity, and financial stress. Financial stress. These guys were losers either way. So you don't have to comment and be like, "Well, money doesn't matter. They could be," I know that. But that would have been one of the least of my worries had I been able to bring that fucking omelet home in peace. Had I really been freely given as much gas money as I needed. And most importantly, back to the first moral of the story, if I had my own fucking money.